Here I am going to describe how a client and server that communicate through remote procedure called means RPC. The system's main functionality is to serve as a notebook. Communication between the server and client is going to happen through a XML RPC method. So I'm going to describe how it will be going to happen. Here in Python, remote procedure calls can be executed using through this method XML RPC module, so which allows communication between client and server over HTTP using XML messages. In the provided server code, the notebook class contains method that can be exposed to client via RPC. These methods can be registered with an XML RPC server instance. Here, how RPC execution can be achieved with the provided server code I am going to explain. At first, register methods with an XML RPC server. The method of the notebook server class need to be registered with an XML RPC server instance. This is typically done in the main function of the server script. Inherits from the threading, mixing, and simple XML RPC server. Enables the server to handle multiple client requests concurrently. And now going to the client execution. Here client can make an RPC call to the server to execute this register method. For example, to call the add note method, here the server executes the add note method defined in the notebook server class. The method processes the client's input, saves data to the local database, and returns a response. That is here. Now, next it is going to use a communication protocol, that is XML RPC handles the serialization and deserialization of data between the client and server using XML. It encapsulates method calls and parameters into XML messages that are sent over HTTP. The server processes these messages, executes the requested method, and returns the result back to the client. By following these steps, the provided server code can effectively handle RPC calls from client and execute specified functionalities. Now I'm going to show a demonstration how it will happen. At first I am going to start the server, which is now going to on and listening on 8000 port. Now I'm going to execute sending request from the client. So going to run. Here we see the option. Now I am going to add a node. Now that is it gong. Now I am going to add text. It gong is port city of Bangladesh, and the time is 14 March 10. We see that the in local database, which is notebook.xml, here the topic is added. We can see here like Chittagong is a port city of Bangladesh. Now I am going to retrieve the information that is like going to do, and I'm going to Chittagong. I see that the data is retrieved from the notebook.xml, from the notebook.xml. So now I'm going to give information that is not in the local database, see how it can handle. So that is Kumilla, and I found that there is nothing in the notebook dot database, so that it returns nothing. So now I'm going to search search the data in the Wikipedia. So how it can happen? Let's see. Like Kumilla. So here we found a link like Kumilla, and let's see what it happened. So I found there is a page in Wikipedia, so that is correct. Now I'm going to give a wrong um, input. So like provide where I'm going to choose some input, and I'm going to like that equal, but it is not allowed. So what we say, like invalid choice, please try again. So that means I have to give here like choices like one or two or three, but I just give it there invalid or absolute misleading information, so that it provide the uh, wrong um, it provide the message that it is invalid choice, please give the correct choice. So that's how we can handle the request from client in server, because in server side, and it is always going to check that what is going to store in the local database when it send request from the database, and it's and from my server code I can you can easily send requests from multiple client server, because here I am going to import the socket threading mixing, which handle the multi-thread server, multi-thread request, so that I think and the execution and the demonstration will clearly understand, give you a clear point of view how it will work. Here we can also consider remind make a consideration that like scalability and others issue that are described in our class, like um, uh, system could only be used in the system should handle increasing number of client, and failure distributed nature should be hidden from the client, and all these design challenges will handled properly. So that is I think that's how I am going to demonstrate this assignment. Thank you. Thanks all.